I'm Alice April, and you're watching Alice April Academy Online. And this is the first episode for the power of songwriting. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite songs of all times, and it's called Dream On, and it's by Aerosmith. Why do I love this song so much? Well, three things. Number one is I absolutely love the name of it. I love to dream, and I love to dream until my dreams come true. So I can relate to the lyrics a lot, as I wanted to do many big things when I was a little kid, and it was nice to achieve them later on in life, so I kind of felt like I was so old when that happened. But anyways, this song is great as a motivational song. Second of all, I absolutely love how challenging it is to play it. It seems like simple when you listen to it, but it has some very interesting fills and solo, and I just absolutely love the melody. I love the sound of it. And third of all, I just think this song has this groove and this vibe that's just amazing, and no wonder it became so popular, because there's something special about it that just touches your heart, and you can't stay away from the song if you hear it and you start getting into it. At least I did. So if you guys have never heard the song, check it out. And there's a rap cover using a little bits and pieces of the song, and you might have heard it actually on the radio. So I wanted to share a couple things that I read about this song. Well, first of all, what is interesting, don't know if you guys know the fact that Steven Tyler actually for the first time used his actual voice on this song. Before, he was trying to sound lower because he was listening to James Brown, and I guess he really liked his voice, and so he tried to sound like him. Actually, I have a book here that I read. It's kind of an R-rated book, and I wouldn't recommend it to the children. But it's interesting when you can, again, like I said in the intro, separate one thing from another and kind of take the goodness out and leave everything else behind. It has a lot of personal revelations in this book, and I just wanted to read something about this particular song that I thought was really interesting. So he's saying that I used an exaggerated black speak voice on all the tracks except Dream On. I thought it was really cool. The only problem was nobody knew it was me. Saying like this. I guess he was trying to sound, And because I didn't like my voice, and it was early on, I wanted to put on a little. So this day, some people still come up to me and ask, "Who's that singing on the first album?" I was into James Brown and Sly Stone and just wanted to sound more R&B. So here you go. That's his own words. Dream On deserved strings, but we couldn't hire an orchestra on the kind of budget we had for our first record. So I used a mellotron to fill out the sound. It was like an early sampling device employed by the Beatles. I used it to add strings and flutes to Dream On while doing lines of my keyboard. I thought the mellotron would do the trick, coming in on the second verse. I read like a first grader now because I'm just trying to read and have you guys actually pay attention to what I'm reading. And so forgive me my Ukrainian accent. This is my first time doing it. So, well, not reading, but actually reading on camera. But I hope you got the information, and I think it's pretty interesting how a lot of musicians, when they just start recording their songs, a lot of times they don't have the budget to make cool sounds. So you can just kind of come up with pretty cool replacements of certain sound that you can't afford. So here you go. That's the trick he used. And again, this book is pretty interesting, and I do recommend reading it. If you like Aerosmith, you'll learn a lot about the band. You'll learn a lot of history, a lot of things about the music and about where the music came from. And just to say a couple things again on the song, this is a great ballad and I love playing it, and one day I'll post a video of me playing it. I'm just still trying to reach that high note. If I can't, I'll just lower it down. But yeah, go ahead and listen to the song, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope this video was helpful. And when you do write, there are these little tricks that you can use to fake instruments, and also there's a lot of interesting facts on Wikipedia about the song. You can read about it, and anywhere online where you can come across the interviews, where you can do your little research. I think it's a huge, valuable tool for songwriters to actually go and research the songs of your favorite musicians and learn about the specifics, what was used on the song, how it was composed, what instruments are on it, how it was recorded in the studio, who participated, who played certain instruments, and how the songwriting process came together, who wrote the song specifically, because a lot of times famous musicians, they co-write, and it's not just them, it's a creative piece of so many people, including actually the producer who is polishing the song. So yeah, all this information is great and valuable, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you. Bye.